Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to Finally Revealed. In this video, I want to talk about the November 2016 presidential election and write-in candidates. Not everyone is allowed to write in a candidate, and there are rules, believe it or not. In 34 states, a candidate must first file to be allowed to write in. And believe me, we have a lot of people who have filed to be a write-in candidate. So if you are interested in doing that in your state, we will go through the list of the people who are eligible to be write-in candidates. Now, 9 states do not allow write-in at all. So you just have to go by the ballot that is presented. And those 9 states are Nevada, New Mexico, South Dakota, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Hawaii. They do not allow write-in candidates. Now, 7 states let you write in whoever you want, and those are Oregon, Iowa, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Rhode Island. So then we have the 34 states where they must file, and we have the list of the people who have filed, and I will go over those in a moment. But first, in reviewing that list, there were some that just popped out at me, and I want you to be aware of these. I'm not sure whether the folks will put them, acknowledge it, but these have been filed as write-in candidates according to the rules, which requires that they file a federal election form and that they show that they've spent at least $5,000 and they give their information. So we have 9 of them. Ready? Soul Bunny out of Wisconsin has filed to be a write-in candidate. Mr. Potato has filed. He's from Idaho. Hydrox Cookie in California has filed to be a write-in candidate, as has Darth Vader from the state of Washington. Mickey Mouse has filed from Anaheim, California. Mr. Wookus has filed from Virginia. Jesus Dog Lord has filed from Pennsylvania. I apologize if that's a real person. Tom Brady Sketcher has applied for Massachusetts. And finally, Buddy the Elf from North Pole, Alaska has filed to be a write-in candidate. Now, the 34 states where the write-in must file, those are Washington, who has 4 people. California has 11. Idaho has 1. Utah has 2. Arizona, Montana has 2. Wyoming doesn't have anyone who filed. Colorado has 4. North Dakota has 1. Nebraska doesn't have any. Kansas has 2. Texas has 10. Minnesota has 0. Missouri has 2. Wisconsin has 4, Illinois has 4, Michigan has none, Indiana has 4, Ohio has 4, Kentucky has 2, Tennessee doesn't have anyone, Alabama has 1, Georgia has 3, Florida has 4. Virgin Islands has 3. Virgin Islands has 3. West Virginia doesn't have any. North Carolina has none. Maine has 1. Massachusetts has 2, including Mr. Brady there. Connecticut has 1. New York has 7. Maryland has 1. Delaware doesn't have any. Alaska has the elf person. And Washington, D.C. has 3. So now I'm going to go through those write-in candidates, and these are the ones that you can write in. You ready? Theodore Floyd of Winfield, Kansas. Gary Cans of New York. Dr. William Kelsey Graham of Alabaster, Alabama. James Jobe of Norfolk, Virginia. Sabandia Jose Requena from Doral, Florida. William Hale of Washington, D.C. Ms. Sharman Lynn Smith of Newark, Ohio. Mr. Mark Alexander McLean II from Houston, Texas. Jarrett Samuel Gold of Westfield, New Jersey. Adam T. Patek of Helenville, Wisconsin. Matthew Raymond Fuller of North Syracuse, New York. Christopher Michael Shields of Lugoff, South Carolina. Keith Dewar of New York, New York. Ian Gabriel Rodriguez of Orlando, Florida. Sonia Tabor of Mobati, Texas. Thomas Martin Edwards III of Carrollton, Texas. Patrick Stewart of Denver, Colorado. William Taylor of Carlsbad, California. Joel Jensen of Bremerton, Washington. Reverend Michael Allen Baker of Louisville, Kentucky. Mr. Joel Pearson of Cypress, Texas. David Lee Doucette of Maryville, Washington. William J. Sears of Sunbury, Ohio. Mr. Amir Zenos Flippin of Washington, D.C. Mr. J. Donald Proctor of Plymouth, Massachusetts. Andrew Ryan Vitale from Monroe, New York. Jennifer Angelique Gibson, Atlanta, Georgia. Mr. Stephen Earl Guerin of Breckenridge, Texas. Mr. Jeremy Edward Bartman of Amsterdam, New York. D.D. DeMott of Redding, California. Mr. Larry Girion of Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm skipping over the funny ones. All right, Troy Mann of Belvedere, Texas. Mr. Franklin Delano Robbins of Toledo, Iowa. Dylan Drescher of Middletown, Connecticut. Reverend Noon Danger Marshall of Beaverton, Oregon. Eric Rodney of Denver, Colorado. Justin Smith of Houston, Texas. Tom Lance of Sayre, Pennsylvania. Link Starbury of Big Sky, Montana. Sean Jeffrey Waltz of New Orleans, Louisiana. Riff Raff of Notre Dame, Indiana. Luke Gregory Bixby Spicer of Newport Beach, California. Lucy Lou Mayer Kaiser of Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. Ayano Aishi of Baraza, Iowa. Michael W. Barbine of Reston, Virginia. Raymond Lynn Stolley of Troy, Pennsylvania. Alberto Cedeno of Westlaco, Texas. Edward Sung Wang of Angola, Indiana. Stephen Wilson of Jefferson City, Missouri. Shant Antoine Marshall of Red Oak, Georgia. Jean Greuter of Superior, Montana. Billy Knobb of Sound Beach, New York. Already did that one. Will Dodds of Ames, Iowa. Keith LaPont of Sydney, Maine. Richard Lee Mathieson, Farmer City, Illinois. Christopher Hart of Fremont, Nebraska. Joshua Evers, Appleton, Wisconsin. Paul Michael Willman of Wellington, Colorado. Liz Danger Hines of Notre Dame, Indiana. Jeffrey Zamansky of Brooklyn, New York. Douglas Garrett Langan of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. David J. Deitch of Augusta, Georgia. Captain Jeffrey Scott Pease II of Overland Park, Kansas. Kevin Evans of Purvis, Mississippi. Derek Dean Taub of Marion, Iowa. Jared Michael Gastrock of Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Brett Menzie of St. George, Utah. Cameron Thomas Lina of Tallahassee, Florida. Mr. Eric Brooke Martin of Columbus, Ohio. Jacob Andrew Robinson of Lawson, Missouri. Christopher Falkenrath of Riverwoods, Illinois. James Graham Wilson of Washington, D.C. Dana Allison Holliday of Denver, Colorado. Tyler Anthony Thornton of Portage, Indiana. Rabbi Samuel Levi Hurt of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Cleo Walter McPherson of Huntington Beach, California. Major Brian Wall of Midland, Texas. David Savage, Kenwood, California. William Wolf Goodman II, Los Angeles, California. Dustin Allen Baird of Layton, Utah. Renee Stevens of Portland, Oregon. Philip Rashad Crawford of Chicago, Illinois. Patricia Diane Stevens of Granite, Oklahoma. Isaac Adam Vega of Bloomington, California. Danny Google Aguiar, Las Vegas, Nevada. Philip Cornell of Olympia, Washington. Matthew David Flores of DeKalb, Illinois. Gary Tucker of Dallas, Texas. Spencer Brandkamp of Rogers, Arkansas. Jeffrey Kwang Ha Lee of College Park, Maryland. Andre Wells of Los Angeles, California. Chad Christopher Klein of Los Angeles, California. Jeffrey Oliar of Elyria, Ohio. And Mark Blair Graham of Okeechobee, Florida. Those are the write-in candidates for president for 2016, and I hope that's helpful to you. If you're interested in our other videos about the election or other topics, take a look around the playlist. If this was helpful to you and it might help someone else, feel free to share. Give us a thumbs up if it helped you, or a comment, and we love subscribers. I'll see you next time. I've got a couple more videos on the election, and then I think we're ready to go. Thank you so much for watching.